Stop before you spend another 2000D or 2016 P Jefferson nickel. Watch this first. These ordinary-looking 5-cent coins are often ignored, but collectors carefully search them for rare mint errors, exceptional condition, and hidden details that most people never notice. In today's video, we'll reveal the history of both nickels, show you exactly what to look for, and explain why these coins continue to attract collectors. Stay until the end. You might discover that the next nickel in your pocket is far more interesting than you ever imagined. The first up. Have you ever looked at a 2000D Jefferson nickel and wondered if this small 5-cent coin could be hiding an incredible story? Every day, millions of nickels pass from one hand to another without anyone paying attention, but experienced collectors know that some coins become fascinating because of their history, exceptional condition, genuine mint errors, and collector demand. The 2000D Jefferson nickel may look ordinary at first glance, yet it represents an important chapter in modern American coinage. While most examples remain common and are worth only face value, certain high-grade certified coins, proof-like examples, and genuine mint error pieces can attract much stronger interest from collectors. Before you spend another Jefferson nickel, take a closer look, because understanding the details is what separates an ordinary coin from one that collectors truly appreciate. The Jefferson nickel first entered circulation in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, the coin honored Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse displays Jefferson's portrait, while the reverse features Monticello, his famous Virginia home. For decades, this classic design became one of the most familiar coins in American commerce, appearing in countless cash registers, vending machines, and pockets across the nation. By the year 2000, the United States had entered a new millennium, and billions of coins were being produced to support a growing economy. The Denver Mint struck millions of 2000D Jefferson nickels, each carrying the small D mint mark beside Jefferson's portrait. Most entered everyday circulation, where they gradually developed wear from years of use. Others were saved by collectors in mint sets or rolls, preserving their original surfaces and making them more attractive to future collectors. One of the biggest misconceptions in coin collecting is that every old coin is automatically valuable. Age alone does not determine value. Instead, collectors examine a combination of factors including condition, originality, strike quality, mint mark, rarity, and genuine mint errors. A heavily worn 2000D Jefferson nickel is usually worth only its face value, while an exceptional certified example with outstanding preservation can attract much greater collector interest. Condition plays an enormous role in determining desirability. A nickel that spent years circulating through stores naturally develops scratches, contact marks, and worn details. Another coin stored carefully from the day it was minted may still display brilliant mint luster, crisp design elements, and attractive surfaces. Because relatively few coins survive in near-perfect condition, professional grading services carefully examine these examples before assigning numerical grades. High-grade certified coins are often the ones that attract the strongest attention among modern Jefferson nickel collectors. The reverse design featuring Monticello is more than just an architectural image. It represents Jefferson's passion for knowledge, architecture, and innovation. Every line engraved into the building reflects careful craftsmanship by the United States Mint. Collectors often inspect the sharpness of Monticello's steps, columns, and lettering because these details help reveal the quality of the strike. Another exciting part of collecting the 2000D Jefferson nickel is searching for genuine mint errors. During the minting process, occasional mistakes occurred. Off-center strikes, die cracks, die chips, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and other authentic mint-made errors are much scarcer than ordinary coins. These pieces attract collectors because they represent unusual moments during production. However, it is important to remember that damage caused after a coin entered circulation, such as scratches, dents, corrosion, or polishing, is generally not considered a valuable mint error. Many beginners believe cleaning a coin improves its appearance and value. In reality, experienced collectors usually prefer coins with untouched original surfaces. Harsh cleaning removes natural mint luster and often leaves tiny scratches that permanently reduce collector appeal. For that reason, if you discover an attractive 2000D Jefferson nickel with unusual characteristics, it is usually best to leave it exactly as you found it until it can be properly examined. Although millions of 2000D Jefferson nickels were produced, the search for exceptional examples continues. Collectors enjoy comparing strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal while searching for the finest surviving coins. This challenge is one reason modern coin collecting remains so exciting. Every roll of nickels, every bank box, and every family collection offers another opportunity to discover an outstanding example that has survived in remarkable condition. The greatest lesson this coin teaches is that knowledge matters far more than rumors. Most 2000D Jefferson nickels are ordinary circulation coins, but genuine mint errors, top-grade certified pieces, and carefully preserved examples receive the greatest collector attention. Instead of believing exaggerated stories about every coin being worth a fortune, successful collectors study history, learn how coins are made, understand grading standards, and carefully inspect every detail. The combination of patience, observation, and knowledge is what makes coin collecting one of the most rewarding hobbies in the world, because every ordinary-looking coin has a story waiting to be discovered. The last up. What if one of the smallest coins in your pocket is hiding a story that millions of people never notice? The 2016 P. Jefferson nickel may look like an ordinary 5-cent coin, but behind its familiar design is a rich history that stretches back to one of America's founding fathers. Every day, thousands of these nickels are spent without a second thought, yet collectors know that certain examples stand out because of their exceptional condition, genuine mint errors, or outstanding preservation. While most 2016 P. Jefferson nickels are worth only their face value, the finest certified examples and authentic mint era coins have become much more desirable among collectors. Before you spend another nickel, it's worth learning what makes this modern coin so interesting. The Jefferson nickel has been part of American life since 1938, when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. The United States Mint introduced a new design honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Sculptor Felix Schlag created the original design, placing Jefferson's portrait on the front and his famous Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. Over the decades, the Jefferson nickel became one of the most recognized coins in circulation, appearing in wallets, vending machines, and cash registers across the country. The 2016 P. Jefferson nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the small P mint mark. Modern minting technology allowed the mint to produce coins with impressive consistency, but every coin still began its journey as a blank metal planchet. These blanks were carefully prepared before being struck under tremendous pressure between engraved dies that transferred every detail of Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello building onto the coin. Although the process was highly advanced, small differences in striking pressure, die wear, and metal flow could still create subtle variations that experienced collectors enjoy examining. One of the most important factors affecting collector interest is condition. A nickel that's circulated for years naturally develops scratches, contact marks, and worn details. Another coin stored immediately after leaving the mint may retain brilliant original luster, crisp lettering, and sharply defined features. Because far fewer coins survive in nearly perfect condition, professional grading services often certify these outstanding examples, making them especially appealing to collectors building high-quality Jefferson nickel sets. The reverse design featuring Monticello continues to inspire collectors because it represents one of America's most historic homes. Jefferson designed much of Monticello himself, reflecting his passion for architecture, science, and innovation. Every time a collector studies the reverse of a Jefferson nickel, they are looking at a miniature tribute to one of the nation's most influential historical figures. The sharpness of the building's columns, dome, steps, and lettering often reveals the overall quality of the strike, making these details important during evaluation. Another fascinating aspect of the 2016 P. Jefferson nickel involves genuine mint errors. Even with modern equipment, occasional production mistakes occur. Off-center strikes, die cracks, die chips, clip planchets, and other authentic mint-made errors attract collector interest because they are much scarcer than ordinary coins. These unusual pieces provide a glimpse into the minting process and remind collectors that no manufacturing system is completely perfect. However, scratches, dents, corrosion, and damage that occurred after the coin entered circulation are not considered true mint errors and usually do not increase collector appeal. Professional grading plays a major role in the modern coin market. Experts carefully examine each coin's surfaces, strike quality, luster, and preservation before assigning a numerical grade. Even a tiny improvement in condition can make one coin much more desirable than another from the same year and mint. This is why collectors often inspect coins under magnification before deciding whether they deserve certification. Many beginners believe cleaning a coin makes it more valuable. In reality, harsh cleaning often removes the natural mint luster and leaves microscopic scratches that permanently reduce collector interest. Experienced collectors usually prefer original, untouched surfaces because they preserve the coin exactly as it left the mint. If you discover an attractive 2016 P. Jefferson nickel, leaving it in its original condition is generally the best decision. The greatest lesson this coin teaches is that successful collecting depends on knowledge rather than myths. Most 2016 P. Jefferson nickels remain ordinary circulation coins worth their face value, but carefully preserved high-grade examples and genuine mint errors continue to attract collector attention. Instead of assuming every old coin is valuable, experienced collectors study mint marks, condition, strike quality, and originality before making decisions. The careful approach turns an everyday 5-cent coin into a fascinating piece of American history and reminds us that every coin carries a story far beyond its spending power.